Hello, we are back in the hallway again for another exciting episode of Classic Kaiju. Not really. Hopefully it's entertaining somewhat. Today we are reviewing Godzilla, the official guide of King of the Monsters. It says official because there are knockoff ones that are basically Wikipedia pages. This one is pretty nice though, at least the texture. It's hardback. It's actually textured to feel like scales, which is pretty cool. I bought this a few years ago. It's a little pricey though. It's about $60, if not more. I have to check. It was around $60 when I got it. It goes through the six eras, so six different eras, kind of Godzilla. It goes through the Showa, Heisei, Millennium, Reiwa. I'm probably butchering those names, but it goes through those four eras of the Japanese, and then it goes through American movies, and also goes through other media like video games and comic books, like the IDW comic books or legendary ones from back in the '90s. Uh, Overall, this book's really interesting. It has a lot of interesting facts about the movies. Some eras it addresses more than others, like Showa is the longest Godzilla era, if you don't know that, because it was the first era, and so its pages are a lot more, because a lot more groundbreaking stuff happened. Like Godzilla versus Kong was the first colored Godzilla movie, but it goes over all the eras. It's really good. It has beautiful artwork. It has pictures from each era, like on-set photos or artwork, or some of it's like almost conceptual artwork or posters from those eras. This was written by Grandma Skipper. I'm bad with names. It also ends with Godzilla versus Kong. So, like I said, it was about 4 years ago. That was the last movie that came out. So it doesn't have anything about Godzilla versus Kong New Empire or anything like that. This book I'd say is really good to have if you're a big G fan like me. You can look at it yourself and be like, oh, such great artwork. There's a lot going on in the book, a lot of interesting facts, a lot of pop culture references and stuff like that. It's also really great if you're a big G fan and you have friends that aren't big Godzilla fans and they want to know about Godzilla and like the history and things like that. Like a lot of people don't know the reason there's four different eras of Godzilla: Showa, Heisei, Millennium, and Reiwa is because of the three emperors at the time that Japan had. The reason there's Millennium is because Showa was still the emperor at the time of the third era. So they just called it Millennium because it started around 2000. Uh, but one thing that's interesting, I don't know if Legendary is going to keep how long the Legendary era is going to last, but usually every era in Japan gets a little bit shorter. Like Showa is the longest era, then Heisei was a little bit shorter, then Millennium was even shorter. Reiwa right now is only two movies. Well, if you factor in the Godzilla animes, which this actually does, since there was only one Godzilla Japanese movie at the time when this was made. It doesn't have -1 either because it came out just recently. It only has Shin Godzilla. It has Shin Godzilla and it has I forget the name of the anime. It's like Godzilla Battle for Earth or something like that. It was like a three-part that was on. Excuse me, that was on Netflix in America. But overall, it's a great book. Like I said, highly recommend it. A little bit pricey, but it is a great encyclopedia of knowledge. It's a great if you're a big nerd like me that's in Godzilla. It's a good thing to put on like a coffee table for a conversation piece, definitely. But that's it for the review for this week. Tune in next time. Hopefully, we get more viewers. I think one person viewed the last episode that wasn't me. I know, exciting backgrounds, interesting conversations. I need to get a co host and maybe an actual room to do these in. But until next time, thank you for visiting.